Hi there.
Well, hello.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now I can't hear you.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, wait. Now I can.
Okay, good.
And you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to set the level real quick for the music intro.
No.
No. 4 3/4 on the bar. 4 3/4.
4 3/4.
I needed one of these. I got a new, I actually bought a webcam for the computer instead of breaking out my mirrorless camera. So.
Well, cool.
Now I'm like you. I have a webcam. Although I bought a Logitech high def 1080p 70-something degree field view thing. I don't know.
Mine's built in.
And it's got this. I can cover it up so you can't see me.
No, you're right. I can't see you when you do that.
All right. So my nephew just like texted me. I don't want to answer him because it's going to be some bullshit. I'll have to cut this out of the pre-show. But let's see. Hey, Godfather. He's not my nephew. He's my godchild. My friend got wipe on his bike. It was taken to Elmwood Park Station. Can you let me know how much it cost? Probably got arrested on his motorcycle and needs to know how much it cost.
Was that English?
He might have been doing voice to text, and sometimes it doesn't grab everything.
Okay, because it sounds like he might have been having a stroke.
I hope not. The last time I saw him was at there's a bar in town that had a drive-by shooting that we were talking about a couple months ago, and I walked in the bar and he was in there. Thank God he didn't get, shot.
Of course.
So, I can't find my actual hat that I wear, my Vanderbilt hat. I don't have no idea where the fuck I put it.
Wear your Yellowstone hat.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
So I was watching Friday night. I decided not to work in the shop. I was so tired I didn't want to do anything down here. And I had to, I'm editing a video of a cutting board. That first cutting board I made, I filmed it all for YouTube, except the gluing up part. I didn't, for some reason, I didn't videotape either the planing and the glue up. So it's picked up after the glue up. But I've had all those videos on my phone.
So it's just a lot of sanding?
It's actually the juice groove and the engraving with the name on it and the filling the epoxy and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I actually have to shoot an intro of it for it, like a 1-minute intro saying this is my first cutting board minus the glue up part. So that was all on my phone, and I decided to buy a new phone because mine's like 3 years old. So I bought the new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra thing. And so Friday night, it took, I've got 60 apps on my phone. And a lot of them are podcast apps because I don't know if you do this. I'm guessing you don't. As many podcast apps as I have on my phone, and I download every episode through all those apps. So for all the downloads we have, I'm sure I'm responsible for 25% of them.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Deezer, Pandora, iHeartRadio, all of them. I download all the
Aren't
episodes.
you curious to see what our true numbers are without you putting your thumb on the scale?
No. I'm sure it's...
Because we could just do this for fun.
We can. That's what we do for, right? Just fun.
Well, you seem to try to make it your job.
Well, maybe I could get some money back and it'd be nice. That's all. Maybe it'll pay for itself one day. A
couple
grand
that'd be awesome,
in my pocket would be nice.
That'd be awesome. My expectation is nothing.
Yeah, I don't expect anything, but we do it for fun. So it took hours. I had the 2 phones hooked up with a cable, transferred everything over, and then you have to re-sign into all your apps, which is a pain in the dick. So when I'm trying to go on the IG Live tonight, it's the first time I've tried to do IG Live on this phone. Hey, do this. You have to do this. Do that. I'm like, oh, come on. I know how to do all this stuff. And I didn't know how to push the buttons to shut it off or how to get past them to push next. That was a big pain in the ass.
I think we should try something with the next IG Live. Hear me out.
I'm hearing.
Instead of doing it from the podcast page that has like
very few followers.
I
think 400 or something, right?
Okay, well let me see. I'll pull it up real quick.
I got it right here.
Okay, so
422 followers.
422 followers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta freaking there we go. Okay, you have 3,049. I have 1,890. I think we should do the live from started on yours.
Remember we tried that?
Woodworking.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, do it from there, and then I'll join in from mine because that way we at least have a
sure.
We're casting a wider net, right?
I thought that was what we tried before, but then we then cannot or should not post that live video to one of our 2 feeds because it's not woodworking related. I don't know. You know how now it's on our...
It could always be... I mean, and I don't know how... I can't remember how Instagram does it. Like, if you could save it and then maybe upload it through...
No, I've tried saving.
And Sawdust. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to think of if we do that
a few
times...
I thought about that.
Put it out, hey, it's going to be...
right
there, then maybe people will go and follow that page. I don't know.
I can share. No, we might be able to share it to the actual podcast page, but I had thought about that too because we'd reach more. You know, a lot of our listeners do follow our woodworking pages and not
that's
the podcast
they don't think
page
to follow the podcast one, and that's. I mean, I've noticed that too with, you know, when it comes to like podcasting in this space. I think of was it Shop Sounds and then another woodshop podcast. And anytime that those guys go live, they go from their personal accounts.
Okay.
It's just it's a thought, just something.
No, it's
I'd throw out there.
We've thought about it, or actually done it in the past, so we'll do that next week.
Yeah, I think if we do that, we might actually get more ears, and you won't have to push so hard on the scale. You can maybe delete an app or 2.
Maybe. Never know. So
I get a burner phone and put it all on that.
Ixnay on Ernerbay Onfay.
It's for work.
I don't even know what those are.
You know what a burner phone is?
That's actually a good idea with the burner phone with the just for the apps.
Yeah. That way you're not killing your phone.
If we get up to like 10,000 downloads, though, it like helps our channel grow on Apple. So with me downloading all those from all those different apps, that helps.
Okay.
Once it becomes self-sustainable, I won't have to do it anymore. Once we get taken over by a media...
Once we get bought out.
Yeah, by a major media outlet.
Once like Barstool comes over and like forks over $1 million a piece.
Yeah. If Barstool did, then my buddy Drew would finally listen to the show because he only listens to the Barstool podcast. Although he's the star of our show almost in every episode. He was until he became a firefighter. Story. Yeah. You know, I was letting it run last night, the podcast on YouTube, on the TV while I was working down here. And I didn't realize I was tearing up when I was talking about Drew last week.
You didn't realize that?
No.
As I just ignored it. I wasn't going to draw attention to it.
Damn it, Drew. Why'd you have to leave me? So, I saw a video today. Someone had forwarded me, my buddy Murphy from X-Ring Masters. It was a shootout in Chicago, but I thought it was recent and I hadn't heard about it, but I sent it to our podcast page. I guess that's from 2020 with that guy of course, Drew, I sent that to Drew, and then he texted me and said that was from 2020. The guy had just gotten sentenced to 30 years. Did you watch the clip?
No.
Holy shit, dude. They're transporting him to the county jail, and the Chicago officer gets out of the driver's side, walks around to the rear passenger side door, opens it, and the guy shoots him. Somehow he had a gun on him, and he wasn't cuffed behind his back. And a huge fucking shootout, man. It had to be 100 rounds maybe shot off between him and all the other responding officers. The guy who got shot rolled under the squad to get away. Watch it if you get a time. If you get a chance, it's in our feed that we share. But
yeah,
holy
I'll
shit, I saw that today. And then there was a mass shooting.
There was actually a mass shooting down in Southern California today.
I know, I saw that on the news after the one in Buffalo.
After the one in New York. I haven't paid attention to either of those. It's sad.
The guy in New York live streamed it on Twitch.
That is going to be the new normal. Like, and it's one of those things, like, people can't be this naive to be this shocked by it. Like, oh my God, he live streamed. Like, he's not the first one to do that.
No.
The one who did it the most successful. But like in today's world with the, with Instagram Live and Facebook Live and Twitch and all this other shit, like it's going to happen more and more when these, especially school shootings, they're going to be broadcast live, which in the, one hand is awful and horrible because there's going to be kids that see that, right, from around the world. But if you think about it from an intelligence standpoint for law enforcement, we're going to get live info, right, as we're formulating our response to it.
If you have someone that can see it and pick up on it quick enough,
Yeah, I mean, that's the caveat. I mean, during the riots of 2020, we were watching, Instagram Live feeds and deploying personnel based on those feeds in conjunction with what we were seeing from the helicopter and from the live feed traffic cams.
It's sickening. I don't even want to turn the news on anymore, and I don't. But I do like to know what else is going on in the world, not just all the fucking violence.
Yeah. So when we switched from YouTube TV to one of the local internet providers out here, it's called Spectrum. It's kind of the same thing as Xfinity. We don't have Fox News. We don't have CNN. We don't have. I don't think we have MSNBC. We don't have any of that stuff. We get your local.
Okay.
News broadcast, and then the network, when it comes on each week, your nightly news, and that's it. And we don't even watch that. Like, we will if there's something major happening, but for the most part, no. And you know what? Been 1,000 times happier.
Yeah. I like my local newscast because I like my local weather. I like my local sports people. I've been watching that channel for 40 years.
I got Bleacher Report, and I got a weather app on my phone. And I have the My Teams app for...
Me too.
For the Giants and stuff. You don't need anything else. The local news sports broadcast is trash, no matter where you go.
No, my guys are good.
Nope, it's trash. I've never seen it. I can tell you right now, it's trash.
And girls, I should
Garbage.
Say. Stop
What
it
is it
now.
from Toy Story 4? Trash.
I never saw Toy Story 4. You believe it?
You've never seen it?
No, I got to watch it.
You need to go watch it.
Yeah.
You have Disney Plus, right?
Of course.
Yeah, go watch it tonight.
Name a streaming service, I got it. Except Paramount Plus.
Peacock?
And, yes.
You got Peacock?
Yes. And
Okay,
AMC Plus.
You can cancel Peacock and get Paramount Plus.
Well, Peacock's free because I have Xfinity cable.
But
well, then, I'm going to be canceling cable because it's like $200 and something a month.
Yeah.
So if I really want to retire and cut back on some stuff, I'm going to have to cut back on TV. Plus we have, yeah.
The only reason we have cable is for live sports. That's it.
That was my argument as far as watching the White Sox because they're only on cable. And
MLB has retarded blackout rules.
Right, so I can't get the MLB package because I still won't be able to see the White Sox. But I think Hulu has live sports, and you can pay for the add-on.
Yeah.
So we have Hulu, and Disney and Netflix and Prime
Yeah.
and HBO Max, which is going to merge with Discovery Plus, I think, soon, I read.
Yeah.
So
I wonder
if
how
I have
that's gonna-
all of those, I don't need cable.
I wonder how that's going to work with Discovery Plus and HBO Max, because I have Discovery Plus, but I share a login for HBO Max. So is my price going to go up for Discovery? Or
I don't know if it's going to be $1
or is it
or
going to
$2
be
more.
something like Disney, ESPN, and Hulu, where
Right.
you get like a bundle, or you can pay for each individually? Because
Maybe
we
each
have,
individually?
I think that's going to have to be what they do. Because we cut our cord a while ago, getting rid of cable altogether, and then we did YouTube TV, and then even then, like, they kept jacking up the price and then taking away certain channels. I was like, well, screw this. I'm just going to get the Spectrum kind of offers a more of an, it's like a la carte for streaming. So you get to pick like X amount of channels,
Okay.
and you pay a flat fee for that. So that's what I do. And then we have like Discovery Plus, we've got Disney, we've got Netflix, all that
Yeah.
stuff. So, and that works out fine because I still get the Giants. I mean, the only thing is, if I could just get rid, or if MLB could just come into the 21st century and say, hey, how about you pay for MLB.TV, and there's no blackout rules.
Right.
Like that, it's 2022. That's what 90% of people are doing, is they're streaming everything.
No one is going to
MLB
be
is missing
forced.
out on so much money.
Yeah. I mean, you can't force more people to go down to the south side of Chicago to a Sox game that don't want to go. You know what I mean?
people,
And that's what those blackout rules are for.
Yeah.
So it makes people go to the game, but that's
but
not what
nobody's
going
going to go to San Francisco where they got to step over a homeless guy shooting up heroin, taking a shit in the middle of the street. Like, I don't even like going to San Francisco anymore. That is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and they've let it go to crap.
San Francisco used to be one of my favorite destinations, and I've been there over 15 times because my family lived out in Modesto. So we'd always fly in, stay in San Francisco for 3 or 4 days, and drive to Modesto. And I don't think I ever want to go back there.
No, we used to take BART in, and we'd get off at the Embarcadero exit or the station there, and we'd walk like the 2-3 miles to the stadium, and it was always a great walk.
Yeah.
And then even now, we come in from the south, and we'll take the Caltrain up there, and it dumps you out like less than a mile from the stadium.
That's
I don't
cool.
even like doing that anymore, just because it's not worth it. Yeah, and then I can't bring it into the freaking stadium because they're like, no, I don't even care. You're like, even if you're a cop, you cannot carry it inside the stadium. Like, that's retarded. Like, if I can show you a badge and a police ID,
Right.
like, you should be welcoming that in
Right.
there.
One more able body in case the shit hits the fan. So,
I don't know how able I'll be by the 7th inning.
well,
There's
if
a
you
reason
did that,
I'm
you
taking
wouldn't
the
be
train.
you wouldn't be allowed to drink if you brought in your
Exactly.
gun. So,
Yeah,
I have a concert coming up in August, Elton John, and it's at Soldier Field where the Bears play.
Nice.
And I don't even want to go down there. I mean, it's the city. And last night at Millennium Park, they have this thing called a bean. It's this big metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting. They're shooting at the bean. There had
course.
to be hundreds of South Side and West Siders that went there. A 16-year-old was
Weird.
murdered.
And they don't get along?
No. And they were climbing on cars and all the other hooligan bullshit animal crap that they do. And now I'm like, fuck Chicago. I don't want to go to this concert anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not till August, and I'm going to have 2 guns on me, and I'm not going to be able to get in.
Yep.
So
That's how it goes.
maybe we'll sell those tickets.
Yeah.
Someone will get mad.
Yeah,
They
probably.
were a gift.
You should just go. Just get really drunk and go. Get so drunk that you're oblivious to the
No,
dangers.
because I have to drive to get out of there.
Then
so-
make Kim drive.
No, that's even worse than driving drunk. Especially at night.
Kim, he's
Not a good
obviously
driver.
joking. Don't watch this.
Yeah. She doesn't watch.
Okay.
So I got I tried these babies on last night.
No. You save that for the show because
Okay.
we gotta get started on the show because
Well, we're only
hungry.
20 minutes in.
I don't care. I'm hungry.
But I have not a lot to talk about, so it'll be a quick show. I'm
brought
also
up news
hungry,
stories.
although yeah,
And you're long-winded.
two short news stories, and I had oatmeal for breakfast at
Cool.
7:00. I cut up some apples and I mixed it in the oatmeal, and I had some toast. It was very good. What are you eating? What's she bringing you?
I don't know. I don't know what Annie ordered me.
Okay.
I told her before I walked upstairs. I go, hey, I trust your judgment.
Well, while we're doing the Officer Down memorial page, you can eat because you don't talk during that segment. How do you like
I
that?
still like to be here.
Well, yeah, but just be here eating. Who cares? Right? It doesn't matter. Who's watching? 33 people will see you eating. 34. 34 people will see you eating.
All right, let's light this candle.
Let's go. We're going to switch over to the show. So thanks for watching the pre-show. Like, comment, subscribe, share, save, all the stuff that starts with an S.
And you can also comment. I mean, that would be fine.
We've had a few comments. My buddy Troy commented on our last episode about we were talking about the mud flap thing. He's the good tow truck driver that we have. He's one of our super fans. He also is a big gamer and does live streaming, and he's telling me about some equipment
He's a super
I might
fan.
need.
How come he's never submitted a question?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him? Hey, Troy.
Hey, Troy, why haven't you submitted a question? If you want the title of super fan, you better step up your game, dude.
Valid point. He's a very good fan, not super yet.
I don't know. Is he even a fan?
Yeah, he's a fan. He subscribes. He
First time
watches
I've
on
ever heard of
YouTube.
Troy.
No, it's not. I've talked about Troy numerous times.
I know you've talked about Troy. This is the first I'm ever hearing that he actually listens to the show.
He actually watches it on YouTube in his tow truck on the
probably
MDT.
not safe.
I don't think he's driving when he's listening while he's driving. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that fun
Do the
stuff.
things. All the things
And
you usually do for YouTube, do that for this.
And we'll see you on the other side. Peace.
Break on through.
To the other side. Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
There you go.
Out.
And cut.